trying to do. Huh? Bro, whatever you want to do, bro. It don't matter to me. Well, I'm trying to ride down there the whole day. That's what I'm saying. If we're gonna work with them, then that's what it is. Well, just go ahead and knock that shit out. I'll just go ahead and as a matter of fact, I'm gonna call them back in a minute and let them know what a nigga gotta send them right now. I ain't doing that shit right now, man. Fuck that. No, I can't do that shit.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Minnesota Vikings. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to go a good one as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on third down.
5 defensive backs.
Nah, they're talking about in their damn hotel room.
And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coach...
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what's on? What are you tripping?
Play action. Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Bonnie Calhoun. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's Emerson Griffin who made the tackle.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Lucky 56.
This is Clement. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Yeah, I know. That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're hoping for. What's up, Knight?
What's good? Y'all all right?
Now they'll run it on the toss. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
What you got going on, bro? What you munching on, G? I see I had pot roast the other night.
Detroit! Detroit!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. Going deep for Diggs. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
Janiga flight.
All they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
I never heard of that,
bro.
bro. I ain't
Down
gonna
at the
lie to
27-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
That shit fuck around and be a propeller plane.
Off the play fake. Jones. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards and sets him up 1st and goal.
I'll be forgetting to play my games and active, bro.
100 yards passing in this 1st quarter. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Cook. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken a 1st quarter lead. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick this one away.
We got straight to it, didn't we?
Taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, a nice spin. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll run with Clement. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And out now come the Vikings. And still a lot
I
of
think
football
it's
to be
that.
played
Stop the
this
ball
season.
for
Early in
Savannah.
November, a lot can happen between
think
now
it's
and January.
hype.
But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Here's Jones. Off play action. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Jones now operating from the gun, being chased out left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The Panthers offense here.
What team? Oh, he taking. Oh, he in the division.
They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. So they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And a nice gain of 21 yards. On the carry, here's Clement. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Luke Kuechly in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year.
Yeah, I knew he was throwing there. He trash. You know how I could tell by how I'm playing him so far that he trash. I could already tell. You know what I'm saying? I already knew he was going there. When I seen the route concept developing, I was like, yeah, he trash.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play.
Like right now, I'm just going through the motions. Like, I ain't even like trying to break him down on offense yet. I just lobbed it when I should throw a bullet. Like
it's always a goal.
You run the same blitz.
When you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
Second half, I'm gonna run it up.
5 yards. This looks good as well.
He trying to play man. Yeah.
Carolina getting set to take the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
A run, it's Clement. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
He'll get it up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd...
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Chris Thompson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Extra point try, good by Gano. And we are tied at 7.
What?
So a tie ball game here
pressure?
as the kicks away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
You got Vari number like you say you do.
Now heading out to take over.
I ain't got to worry about
better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating
you
1st
got
down.
number, right?
And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on
first down. You said you got Vari number? Yeah, I do right now.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Ball on the
not taking away from that from him.
Second and 5.
Oh, okay. That's all I wanted to hear.
Jones
That's all he wanted to hear.
To throw on 2nd down. The Panther rush just too strong. They get there and take him down. Luke Kuechly in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Off play action. Jones. And that is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now it's Tate. A quick feed from Tate. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the
like
Panthers
apps from the App Store? Oh, they ain't going to have
10.
that.
Carolina getting set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a
Apple ain't
touchdown.
going to allow that,
Have
is
a
it?
chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I don't know. I like this Vikings team. I don't know why I joined this league.
Detroit!
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking deep downfield.
I just don't like them.
But couldn't connect.
Like whoever had them didn't, you know what I mean? Like, and do it the right way.
A lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Now back to throw. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 and the 15.
So trash,
and a nice gain at 21 yards.
No, check, Patriot!
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
Run that play, man.
Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it first.
Get your ass up. Like, scoop it any motherfucking way.
Set! 3-19!
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. He finds an opening past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Now Jones, a final shot before break. Lets it fly for Thielen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we... All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check, Patriots.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Mackenzie Alexander in on the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Gun!
They'll set up a throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out into the field. Well done for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. And it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. On the return, it's Tate. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
and have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cole. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Panthers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is third down and 12. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And now out comes Minnesota. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Oh, I knew you were going to do it. That's why I punched him better ass that play. I knew it was coming.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
First down, here's the run with Cook.
That
play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he can get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
It's been longer than that.
Detroit!
Yeah.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Flush to his right. And he overshot him there. Incomplete. The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Lucky 56.
Jones now operating from the gun. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this will be taken at the 13. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and that will come the offense as they take over. And the Panthers coming out now. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
$1 billion, bro.
They want some big
$1 billion.
plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Got some room at the 30 and all the way up to the 37-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there.
Niggas that wish they had $1 billion.
And a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it?
You see he ain't holler my name.
But that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say,
he ain't holler my name.
A little juice because you're right. He struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Fool ain't back down, though.
Tried to delay it on the draw, but nothing there.
Yeah, good play by the defense there. They sniffed
he ain't
it
back
out,
down.
made sure
50 was finna swing. I like he was finna swing. Go ahead and swing.
So you have to think to yourself, maybe I go play action down the road.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
50 look big as fuck next to
you
him.
Back to Minneapolis. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Only a yard of the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
I think I love you too.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. He's been terrific so far. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is fielded at the 7. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well.
What?
I think this one's going to be
face mask.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And on the ground they go with a running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
On play action, they'll throw. Dancing to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
They'll drop to throw.
Wow, from the pick
It's
that.
going to be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Jones off the play fake. He's got his man on the crossing route.
Oh, you seen them put up the picture saying, "Look who look uncomfortable."
A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now Jones forced out to his left.
Ooh, look how I just shook this boy.
Finding some room at midfield. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes it than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
That one goes for 24 yards. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Back to the ground, Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. Spinning away. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here is Cook on 3rd and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about
Look at
the
this
1.
game, bro.
He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Yo.
So a big kick coming now for Dan Bailey. This to potentially send us to overtime.
Man, I thought he was going to block the man, bro. I ain't tripping. I know, bro. I don't really care, bro. I told you, I ain't been playing my games this week. I hate the Vikings, bro.
And his kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10.
Yep.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
No phone locked out, boy. You tripping.
Their way back onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it,
thou shalt not fuck with North Sea, Papa.
No, they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. A beautiful spin and room to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Detroit!
I got you now.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. It was Eric Lee on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up.
Yeah,
because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Over there, yeah.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The left side caught by Diggs. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney!
A give. This is Cook. Cook struck. The ball's out. But a Viking
they trying.
corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up.
You know, up here it's all about lyricism.
Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They run. Cook. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Again, it's Cook. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
I know. You tell me I,
Well, that last run
you tell me I look like something every day.
I love the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
By myself, no. With my niece, yeah.
The Panthers are going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Well, if he think he finna freeze me.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal.
I try to end the game on this nigga, Barry.
Viking touchdown. A partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You know how I go. You know how I go, Vari. You know how I go, Vari.
How much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got
you know how I go, Vari.
And then we get the dramatic
I'm saying, but you know how I go.
What a game.
Come on, bro. Yeah.
So for Minnesota,
and you got to think about it. Young boy facing everything right now, so somebody got to take that, sir.
6-4. Now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Giants next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Yep.
DC Animal removed the charges to only Adam back.